Hey guys, yours truly, Jimmy Williams again, back with another exciting video. And listen, I'm praying that you guys are doing well. Hope you're as excited and energized as I am about the Cryptex opportunity. And as you know, I always want to bring you guys amazing, positive, informative content on a daily basis. Now that the algorithm has shifted with YouTube, I feel it's time that I give you more and more so you can make sure you're well equipped. Because some of you don't attend those meetings that we have on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. But I'm going to tell you right now, I highly advise, if you are a Cryptex member, that you email me. I'll leave my email in the bottom of the description. Send me a message and say, hey, Jimmy, I want to be on those calls every Tuesday and Thursday nights. Why? Because a lot of the information that I give you, I go and I tune in because, if I'm someone that's leading my team, I need to tune in and get proper information to make sure that I'm speaking facts when I come to you with information, and I get it from them. I learn from them. So just so you know, everything you're seeing on my channel, a lot of it, 90% of it, is coming directly from the leadership. I'm learning this, so I don't lay claim to it to say it's mine, right? We all learn together, and I'm a student of the game. Just like I'm a student of real estate. You guys, and some of you are my real estate students, and I coach you, and you know that I have mentors too. Well, I have mentors in the Cryptex business, so from those mentors to me, to you, just learn. So whenever your contracts expire and you're ready to get that cash, you know how to do it and how to spend it and where to put it. Today's video is on the custodial wallets, all right? Now, one thing I want to go over before I get started is there's three things you're going to need. Again, I learned this from my upline and from being on the meetings, from this powerful presenter. I won't say her name for privacy reasons, but when you join in, you'll know who I'm talking about. She says you're going to need three things, and it's true. You're going to need a hot wallet, a cold wallet, and a debit card, okay, a decentralized debit card. Let me say that again, write that down. You're gonna need a hot wallet, a cold wallet, and you're gonna need a debit card, all right? I'm gonna go over the best, what I think are the best hot wallets that are decentralized that you can use, all right? I'm gonna compare the differences so you know what the difference is, and hopefully you can have some information that's gonna help you prepare and get yourself in position to have the right information and the right devices when that money starts, in 24 months from now, you guys who bought those big packages, you start getting over $300,000, you know where to take that money and put it somewhere so you can start spending it, right? All right, so number one, let's go over the hot wallet. Hot wallets, and there's two types of hot wallets, okay? There are custodial hot wallets, okay? And I like to refer to those as the centralized wallets, all right? And then you have the non-custodial wallets, which are the ones I'm going to talk about, are decentralized. All right. So again, custodial, centralized, non-custodial, for the most part, are decentralized. But there's some differences. All right. So let's go over the first one first. Let's go over the custodial wallets, custodial centralized wallets. All right. Coinbase, crypto.com, Binance, and Robinhood. When we say the word centralized, that means that they control. And I'm going to pull up a sheet here, and I'm going to, so you can follow me on the right-hand side here, or probably on my left side. I don't know what the video is going to be set, but one of these sides, you're going to see a list of everything I'm talking about, so you can follow along to have proper information. So you know this is based on fact, not me just making this up. And pull up Google when you're going along with me, and just put in certain things when I tell you to, and you'll see that this is all fact. So custodial wallets that are centralized. We're going to pull that sheet up and I'm going to go over the list, but basically it's where the bank they can control your money. Like whenever you have money in one of these wallets, they can hold on to it for months. Let's say you make $1 million with Cryptex and you're trying to cash out, they can hold it and say, hey, listen, we got to check you out and we got to do some due diligence, and they can hold your money for months. Hopefully it's not that long, but they can hold that money and that can hurt you. All right. Number two, or part two of that, is the non-custodial wallets, which means that you pretty much have your own passcodes, et cetera, the ball's in your court and they cannot hold onto your money. All right. The best wallets for those are MetaMask, write that down, Trust Wallet, and Exodus. All right. Now, let's go over MetaMask really quick. MetaMask is a very popular cryptocurrency wallet, which is considered decentralized in its core functionality, okay? But it also has some centralized components. What would those be? Well, it allows users to maintain their own private keys, you know, those little keys that you got to write down to make sure, like, they give you all these phrases. You have to do that. But it relies on a centralized service called Infura. Okay, so basically that's on the block. That's with the blockchain. That's blockchain interaction. So it's partially decentralized in the fact that you can control everything, and you know how to get into your wallet, but it's connected to Infura. So that one's, it's okay, not bad. But the ones I really like is number 2, Trust Wallet. They're really good, and Exodus. Okay, so MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and Exodus. Now there's another, I would say, a non-custodial decentralized wallet, and it's CoinFlip. But I said that wrong. Pardon me. It's non-custodial, but it's actually centralized. It's not decentralized, all right? It's a company that operates Bitcoin ATMs, all right? So you ever hear people going to the ATM machine, they're swiping the card? CoinFlip's good for that. It offers a self-custodial cryptocurrency wallet, but the wallet itself is not decentralized, all right? So CoinFlip is not decentralized completely, pretty much, is what they're saying. You can use it at ATMs though, all right? While you have, the users have private keys and assets, just like a regular non-decentralized wallet, the wallet's infrastructure and management are still centralized, pretty much. So basically, CoinFlip, they have some control. So if I were you, just to recap, I would use Trust Wallet and Exodus. Those are the ones I would focus on. Like I said, MetaMask is partly decentralized because they use an app called Infura, and CoinFlip is not fully decentralized. All right, but it's non-custodial. Those 4 I just named are non-custodial. So let me just show you. I want to pull this up. So I want to go over some other facts here to make sure that you understand this. Let's pull up this other page here so I can show you. Here we go. All right. So let's go over I'll move my camera just a little bit. The custodial wallets, and so you can see the vast difference. Okay. So we said custodial wallets, which are Coinbase, Binance, Robinhood, crypto. The private keys are held by the platform's intermediary or the platforms or intermediaries. So that means that the platform you're using, they have somewhat control over those keys. All right. The provider manages the security and recovery access. So if something gets lost, they're responsible for helping you find it, which is actually a good thing. If you're not a real responsible person just yet, you want to use a centralized wallet, all right, until you become more responsible, understand how the decentralized ones work. Okay, username, password, and all that stuff, they help you recover that stuff. All right, legal title is often with the provider. So they're in control, all right? They manage pretty much everything. If something goes wrong, they're responsible for it. But again, the worst part is they can hold your money, and that's not a good thing. So if you're trying to pay a bill, you want to withdraw, let's say you want to withdraw 30,000 in crypto and in BTC, right? And you need a bill paid by Friday, they may hold that money for 2 or 3 weeks. That's the biggest disadvantage, all right? These platforms, pardon me, these platforms sometimes get hacks. Sometimes the assets are frozen, all right? And sometimes it can be a lot of mismanagement. So those are the things I do not like about Coinbase, Robinhood, Crypto.com, and Binance, all right? Move my camera on this side because I want to show you guys something over here. All right, now, non-custodial, which is what I recommend, like I said, Trust Wallet and Exodus. Stick with those 2 if you can, all right? You hold your own assets directly, all right? The private keys are held by you, so you have full control of how to get access. So if you lose your keys and your passwords, and all, you're in trouble. That's the thing. So you have to be responsible, but the ball is in your court. Okay, so the backups is 100% your responsibility. There's no recovery keys or any of that stuff. So again, you snooze, you lose, right? The legal title is truly with the individual. So everything is with you. You are the bank in essence, pretty much. You're running the show, all right? You know, you still, if you don't know what you're doing, you can still be at risk of losing information. But again, when you're ready, you know, you could, this would be the best way to go, because no delay in getting your funds. All right. So those are the two types of hot wallets, which are considered custodial and non-custodial. Okay. Custodial, they run the show, those platforms, and, you know, and they're in control. They can hold your money. Non-custodial, you run the show. You get access to your money whenever you want it. No delays. All right. The last thing I want to talk about is the cold wallet. All right. So we just talked about hot wallets. The cold wallet, to me, I really feel like that's really the way to go. But again, you got to be really, really responsible when you're dealing with the cold wallet. Here are the ones I recommend, and I'm going to have them on the screen. Ledger Nano X. Ledger Nano X. What's the second one here? Illipal Titan 2.0. That's ELLIPAL Titan 2.0. Number 3, Tangum. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Tangum, I believe that's what it is. Tangum. These are good. Now, these are physical devices, guys, okay? I saw this on a movie a while back, and I didn't believe it. I forget the name of the movie, but this person had, you know, this robber had robbed someone of, like, I think it was like 50 million in crypto and I guess Bitcoin. And he was walking around with this device, you know, this thing. And the crypto was on the device. And they were trying to get him to get this device from him. And he threw it somewhere and it went in the sea or something. And it was so hard for them to recover it. So I said to myself, wait a minute, $50 million in Bitcoin is on that device. Yes. Okay. Just an example. This is my little regular wallet. This is not a cold wallet. This is my wallet, right? And I like this wallet because it has a little sensor that blocks someone, you know, if they're going to try to swipe and get all my information off my credit cards and my license and all that stuff, right? You go to the airport, that's a big scam now. If you don't have a decent wallet that will block it, they can tap it or something like that, or tap your and all your information is with them. So this blocks them. So this is really cool. So, but here's the thing. In here, I have, you know, all my credit cards in here. I even have the crypto card. See that? Crypto.com. I got my Wells Fargo credit card. You know what I mean? Right? So the thing, what I'm getting at is everything is on me. Like if I lose this, I have to literally go and cancel these cards and go to the bank. You know, and the good thing is I can still go to the bank. I can cancel the cards and save the money. Like I can say, hey, you know, if somebody, you know, gets this information from me and they start spending my credit cards or my debit cards, right? Or my crypto card, they can stop it. Well, when you have a cold wallet, it's a device that looks like this, but a little bit bigger. You carry that thing with you like you guard it with your life, because if you lose it, that's your wealth right there. So I highly recommend you guys figure out a way before you start using the cold wallets that you physically have to carry around with you. Figure out how you're going to master where you're going to keep these things, you know what I mean? And keep them stored. And so when you're traveling, you got to make sure you have it somewhere where you don't lose it. Okay. So that's the bottom line, guys. All right. The last thing you're going to need is a debit card. So this whole cold wallet thing, I highly recommend take your time, learn how to use the other wallets first. And when you have $1 million, you don't want to just walk around with it like this. Take your time when you're ready. Get the right cold wallet for yourself and learn where to hide it or put it and how to manage that. Because when you lose it, it's gone. Right? I have to be very clear that, because some people don't understand the importance of how to protect their wealth. You don't want to work hard in Cryptex and you make all this money and you miss around, you lose that cold device. It's like you got to start over again. All right? So, just to recap, hot wallet, we talked about that, the centralized ones and decentralized ones, the non-custodial, the custodial ones, right? We just talked about the cold wallet. The last thing you're going to need is a debit card, all right? I'm going to make more videos in the future because I'm going to stop now because I don't want to overload you with too much information. But the debit cards that are decentralized, you want to make sure you get the right ones that you can connect to a decentralized bank, or with your cold wallets. And I'm going to go over those a little bit more. As I get more information from my upline, from the team, I'm going to give to you. But there's one I'm going to leave a description that you can sign up for. In the description, it's called Bellator Life. All right? I'll leave my link down there. And you just click on that link and you can get that card. And that card to get, I think the basic one is like $99 to get that card. But it's a decentralized debit card that you can connect to, to a wallet and or to a decentralized bank. I'm gonna recommend a bank in a second here. And you can swipe that card and you can use it just like a regular credit card or debit card. It comes directly out of your crypto bank, you know what I mean, so to speak. One of the banks that they recommend is miracleneo.com. I think that's right, miracleneobank.com. They're still updating. They're not fully where they need to be yet, but they do a very know your customer process. They're going to ask you for certain information because this is legit, and they want to know who you are before they approve that account. But it's a decentralized bank where I think you're going to be able to spend up to $150,000 per month in crypto with that. All right. There's some cards you can spend up to $1 million, but I'm gonna recommend you stick with what I just told you, which is miracleneo.com. I'm gonna send you the link so it'll be in the description as well, so you can sign up for that and just kind of wait until they get where they need to be, because you guys still have a lot of time before you're able to cash out on your crypto. But Bellator Life is the debit card. The bank is miracleneo.com. All right. I think I said a lot. I think I said too much here, to be honest with you. I hope you guys can dissect it. But be encouraged. Understand that this is a process. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. But we're going to get there together, okay? One last recap. We talked about you're going to need a hot wallet, a cold wallet, and a debit card, all right? My recommendations for hot wallets, for hot wallets that are non-custodial, would be Trust Wallet and Exodus. All right. If you have to use the custodial wallets, you would use crypto.com or Coinbase. All right. Number 2, the cold wallets. All right. The physical devices. Right. When you're ready, Ledger Nano X, Elipal Titan 2.0, and Tangum. Number 3, the debit card, bellatorlife.com. If you're going to use a bank, you want to sign up for miracleneo.com. All right. Hope you guys got something out of this. Like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. Have an awesome, awesome day. I'm out. I'll see you at the top or the next video. Bye-bye.